right, back once again. Let's talk live. We are on. I feel like I've been doing like streaming type of stuff and recording. I just got done recording like another first actual piece of the Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough for YouTube. And now here we are once again with another stream on Twitch. And yes, feels good. Feels good to be live streaming. I like being live. I still like live streaming more than I do making videos. I will say that. But so this is pre-record before all the craziness, all the controversy and everything else started happening with Ubisoft. I'm absolutely tuned in because there's a lot of games at Ubisoft. There's a ton of creative people that I love their work of what they're doing. That are, they're good people, and they're making stuff that they love. There is, of course, a handful of bad people mixed in with that crowd, and unfortunately, the good people have to work alongside, the kind of rough ones to work with and everything. It happens with every entertainment industry that there is nowadays. You have so many cases of different, harassment issues and assault or whatever the case may be. So my stance on Ubisoft is I'm still here. I'm still here for what they do. If it's good, I just want to see the products. I want to see what they can put forward and what they can end up doing. So Ubisoft forward. We know we're going to be seeing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We know we're going to be seeing Far Cry 6, which is going to be a totally different world. So they went apocalyptic with it, and now I guess the whole thing is like it's not the apocalypse anymore. So one thing that I definitely noticed that is it seems like it's going to be a lot different going forward is just the fact that I think Ubisoft is going to be a little bit restructured, which could be very good for all of its gamers. Anybody who would rather see more or less, let me open this back up again. So like Assassin's Creed, like I made videos, I've said my piece about it on stream. I don't feel like Assassin's Creed has been Assassin's Creed for the last few games. Origins was probably the closest one out of the last few Assassin's Creed. So hopefully we get back on track to being more about the Brotherhood, having fun with the parkour stuff, assassinating, people from stealth gameplay a little bit more than just, whip and whack everybody to death. Hopefully we get back to the cinematic, sword fighting that made Assassin's Creed really great for so many years and everything. So and building up, story building too. And then my big thing is I'm really hoping for a new Splinter Cell. I hope they don't screw it up. I really hope that wow, Division looking something different there. But yeah, let's go 300,000. Damn near. Oh no. 240,000 people. Just the 240 plus thousand people. So let's unmute that. I have desktop audio in the background. I'm not really big on the Division. I'm not really big on Ghost Recon either anymore. I had my time with it. I had my fill of it. It was just it just got to be the point of like, I've done this so many times. Sick of it. Sick of the grind. Oh, and of course, kind of having my lunch and everything right now. So just sit back and relax and check out all this Ubisoft. We got about 12 minutes before I'm eating, grabbing my food before the whole thing starts off.
Whatsoever.
So let's
Gamers are smart.
yeah.
So now that you know, be on the lookout for both ducks and teddy bears next time you boot up The Division 2.
Wow.
We now have our final
Ducks and
indie
teddy
guest,
bears
Thunder
update.
Lotus Games, who were the 2017 winner of the indie series that took place in Montreal. So let's find out more about the beautiful
That's Quebec,
closeness of
Canada.
Spirit Fair in this next video.
I know that from wrestling.
Hey everybody. I'm Rodrigue, marketeer at Thunder Lotus.
Cool.
We're an indie studio based out of Montreal, Canada, and makers of the games Jotun, Sundered, and our new game Spiritfarer, which is due out later this year. For the past 6 years, we've tried to make AAA quality games with a hand-drawn indie heart. Hitting a quality standard consistently in game dev is a huge challenge. There's so much trial and error on the path, and during the Sundered production, we were lucky enough to have the Ubisoft Entrepreneurs Program in our corner to help us reach our goals. As co-winners of the Ubisoft Indie Series in 2017, we received not only generous funding, but also crucial mentorship and access to the Ubisoft testing facilities. So we're grateful to Ubisoft for their support and helping us make what would become our biggest success to date. We've taken that experience with us onto what is our most ambitious production yet, and that's Spiritfarer, which we're calling a cozy management game about dying. In Spiritfarer, you play Stella, the newly appointed ferry master to the deceased. And as Stella, you're going to build a boat, you're going to explore the world in search
11
of
minutes
spirit
left.
passengers seeking passage to the afterlife. You're going to spend relaxing quality time with them, you're going to create lasting memories, but ultimately, you're going to have to learn how to say goodbye to your cherished friends. It's a game that's near and dear to our hearts, and it's something really special. We can't wait to share it with the world later this year.
Oh,
So
I'm
look for it
just
soon on,
on the edge of my
PC,
seat.
on Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox Game Pass. Thanks a lot, and cheers.
It is time for an update on our favorite motorcycle platformer with the insanity, pain, and triumph we all know and we all love.
Tricks,
Rising
trials.
came out last year, but I think the team from our Red Link studio in Helsinki has a little surprise coming to the game for the fans of the franchise. So let's take a look.
Tricks and trials. Flippy dibbies.
Hi, we're here today to introduce you to an exciting new endurance challenge coming to Trials Rising. But to make sure that we respect social distancing guidelines, Auntie and I decided to... Do I fire the goose now? Fire the goose? Fire! Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gigatrack.
Fire the goose! Fire it now! Goose is away! That's good. I like that. Ooh!
Far from a remake of the classic track from Trials Evolution, this is an all-new journey across the world of Trials Rising, in by far the longest track that we've ever put in a trial. Yeah, I'm telling them that! By far the longest track we've ever put in a Trials game. The Gigatrack will take you across many different environments, from the iconic... Yeah, I was just... Maybe you want to tell
Why? What the?
The Gigatrack is like life. It starts and it ends and it's long. Depends how you enjoy it. And also one secret thing. 4 tells the answer to 1.
The goose. My goose.
Prepare for the ultimate test of Trials endurance. Gigatrack releases this Thursday, July 16th, for the low price of... You heard that right, riders. Gigatrack will be available for free to all Trials Rising players when it releases this Thursday.
Rejoice at the free content.
You heard that right, the Gigatrack is coming to the game and it will be the longest, most insane track in Trials history, and it will be free for all Trials Rising players.
So literally just Excite Bike, which was really funny. The first time I ever played Trials, I was like, I played this before. And then Viper goes, yeah, that's fucking Excite Bike. You literally play on the NES. I'm like, oh yeah, it's very true.
The time has come.
Oh, this
AI
shit.
teammates are back in Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah, because it was fucking stupid not having them there to
For
begin
all
with.
solo players, they're gonna be a game changer. Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fix-It, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will. And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character.
Turn him into
Just like
Sandfu.
Nomad, your teammates will adapt
Wow.
and react to the world of Aroa and its environments. and they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch.
What the
or
game
go
should have been
prone
from
where
launch.
possible. But if you decide to go loud,
Instead, they
and
fuck
fire,
us over and not give us
will stick by
game
your side.
share on the season
When
pass.
deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your
That's the
teammates.
reason why you haven't seen
You
this
can
game
tell
on
them to
stream.
regroup on your
That and
location,
it kind of
to
sucked
hold
too.
their current position, to go to a specific
And
location.
you know it's bad when
and
I
to
say
open
it sucks
fire
because
on
I like
nearby
everything.
enemies. These orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone.
Oh
Once they
my.
approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a
There were so
sync
many
shot
people
where
pissed
each
off
of
that they
your
actually
teammates
added it
picks a
in. That's
target.
funny.
You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates, and their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire, from close distance shotgun
Alright,
wielding
that's new.
all the way to long distance sniper shots.
Cool.
Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you. To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you.
Yeah,
And
that's
they will
just
expect
like
the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it.
Could you imagine a
teammates
SOCOM
will
game
also
like
be your
this?
best allies in any vehicle, especially on the road and during high-stake pursuits. The teammates will be available for all solo Ghost Recon Breakpoint players on July
But
15th, and we cannot wait to see
a
your
SOCOM
reaction.
game that's actually well
We'll see
made
you on the
though.
battlefield, Ghosts.
This game, fucking Ghost Recon Breakpoint has been broke as a joke since it's launched. Like no shit.
Hey Ghosts,
Since it
I'm Grace
launched.
from the Ghost Recon team. As you've just seen, the AI teammates are finally landing in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with our next major update on July 15th.
You're a community
Alongside
manager.
the AI
I
teammates,
have
this
nothing
update
against
comes
you.
with a ton of new content, including a gunsmith upgrade,
It's
new
the
PvP
developers.
content,
I'm like,
quality
fuck,
of life
man.
updates, and more. You will be able to try it all during our next free weekend from July 16th to July 20th.
There it goes.
But that's not all.
This
We've got one
fucker
last thing
does
to
not
show
want
you.
to.
Enjoy, and we'll see you on Aroa, Ghosts.
To anyone listening,
Aruha.
this is Haruhi Ito speaking for the Outcasts. We stand against Sentinel's illegal occupation of Aroa. We call on all of Aroa to join us. Separated, Sentinel wins. But united, we cannot be defeated.
The multiplayer. Oh, it's a live event. Okay. Yeah.
And now our very final video for this pre-show is another episode of our wow moments comparing the craziest and coolest clips from you, our players.
Yep, right to the rocks. Oh my god! Oh, get the camera! Unless a fucking bird hit you. Oh no! Oh! Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. I give you that one. I give you that one. Brawlhalla. Hey, a fighting game next in there. The Smash Bros, man.
I was gonna interrogate him. Oh, you can interrogate this guy though. Oh, okay.
Last stop standing. So there's a line that people want me to yell. But I can't usually do it because I'll freak out my neighbours. But as you can see, I'm at the Crashing Ocean Beach, and there's no one too close. So, reloading! Fuck, someone saw me. I gotta go.
Good old Mozzie.
If you also have amazing gameplay segments you captured from our games, spread the joy and submit them on the link displayed on your screen.
I'm done. I'm done. I can't do.
Alright,
I
guys,
can't.
it is time for us to wrap up this pre-show.
Don't forget to stay tuned for
I've been playing guitar for 20 something fucking years and just.
Thanks a lot for watching this pre-show and enjoy Ubisoft Forward.
Oh shit! Here we go. It is time.
This is Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft Forward. Explore our worlds.
Meet the devs. See the games.
Join us.
I saw a siege clip in there.
I'm Neelam Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Magid. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London and see what the hackers of DedSec are getting into.
Watch Dogs Legion. All right, let's see. Let's see what this is. Let's see how good it is.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several
It's very
people,
loud.
as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group DedSec is masked as thought to be dangerous.
Not actual gameplay. Really? It's fucking live action.
Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
This may end up
First,
coming back up.
foreigners, and I did not speak out because I was not a foreigner.
I might have to use this on launch night. I love live action trailers like this.
Then they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out because I was not a protester. Then they came for the journalists.
I want to do that in game.
And I did not speak out.
I definitely want to do that in
Not a
game.
journalist. And then they came for street artists. But I did not speak out
This reminds me of like
because I am not a street artist.
Need for Speed back in the day. Like how Need for Speed used to do live action video mixed in with the gameplay. Get out of there, Flyboy. And
I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
Really artistically done here. Oh.
Jesus! All right, so we're in a total mess now.
Okay.
Let's get the hell out of here.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily armed Albion.
Well, well, well. Welcome to the Resistance. Here's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
So that's how we know who's playable and who's not then. Whoever has a mask.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now
All
he's
right.
bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just
What's the
saw
gameplay
was
looking
an
like,
amazing
though?
short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Looks cool.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you, you help them with their problem, you play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team. And then they become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only, unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're, heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Looks interesting.
A modern
Ah, the gameplay trailer. Okay,
built on
cool.
history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
Holy shit.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him. Her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London.
Fucking
they all
Bond
have
over
unique
there.
abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Idly. Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone. Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Come in, you side-eyed shithole.
Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
She aims, she fires, she hits.
I'm reading incoming drones.
You know it's going to be the most interesting part of this whole thing? Not letting characters die.
If you are not into direct confrontation, there are more
That's going to be the most all these gadgets, all this and that. The other thing.
Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll
Hitman?
probably wind up with
Wow.
a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
You go from full-on assault,
We're missing the humor.
like you know, the Watch Dogs 2 stuff,
On the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
to doing like a Hitman 2 style thing. And of course, you can't get into that room.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
Kind of wonder if they're going to be trying to turn this into a political statement too, which is like,
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
That put another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He
so
does have a slight drinking problem, though. And he's passed out. Ah, well, we'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
fucking John Wick over here. What?
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Oh shit, he is John Wick. He's totally John Wick. Okay.
Some might even
Wow.
call him an artist.
Wow. This is multiple game systems running all. Holy shit, yeah. There you go.
Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero.
What the fuck?
So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your
That song.
resistance. It's time to
2K snuck that one into WWE. No shit, that's an actual song. Huh. They had the instrumental of that in
Plunging the
WWE
player into a
2K20.
living, breathing city teeming with unique locales and characters has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict, and we get ample opportunities to tell the stories that we want to tell in the
Yes.
spaces that we're assigned to.
And hopefully you
I
get
have
all the details
capacity
in
to
there.
hide things and, you know, like small little Easter eggs.
Good.
In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity. So I was
I like
fortunate
it.
enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. So no matter where I dropped them in the city, they'd go, "Oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster."
Good.
When people are talking about
That's actually great.
some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care.
Nice.
I love it.
Passion project. That's exactly what you want. That's exactly the type of developers that you want. Watch Dogs Legion looks pretty damn good. Watch Dogs Legion looks like
And now some news for
that's a
Brawlhalla
pre-order.
fans.
That's a pre-order at
In
launch
just
night
a few
for me.
weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS.
Oh,
and
I was
Android
hungry and I
devices.
started eating. Well, I ate most of that. Oh, now I'm full. Brawlhalla.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
This is literally Ubisoft Smash Bros. Coming to your phones, man. I played this back when the WWE crossover happened. I was like, okay, I gotta check it out. Crossplay with everyone? Okay. I don't know how you're gonna do it as well on your phone, but sure. Launches on mobile. Register now for Bearman.
And now, whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Tom Clancy, what? Era of Chaos. This isn't Tom Clancy. It's been a great 7 months. 30 plus million hours played. 100 plus million battles fought. And that's all thanks to you, laddies. I don't know what kind of accent that was, but it only halfway worked. Okay, that's very loud. It's very loud. Join the battle of a mobile game today. How did I know it was a mobile game? Such a mobile game. Okay, now. The target is being held on the ground floor. Siege! The fuck? Why does this look like Overwatch? What the shit? That was the dude from Ghost Recon. What the hell? What, Ghost Recon? Rainbow Six Siege, the mobile game? Is that
Contact!
seriously?
All train is down. Request air support.
target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound, danger close.
Charm in the foot.
An EMP deployed now.
EMP imminent.
That was Sam Fisher. Oh, they have a mobile game. That's right. They have a mobile game with all the characters in it. Sam, what are you doing? What? Elite Squad?
Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
Mobile game. 1911. That's a good pistol.
Speaking of Tom Clancy,
Yeah,
it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched. And
Yeah.
the community has never been stronger.
That's right.
In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
Been there since the betas. Didn't always like it. Had my griefs with it. Yep, I've been there since those days.
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege,
How far it's come since then.
a game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
No tactical team
Pour le
play.
joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début.
And make it a hero
Mais pour nous
shooter.
aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
Oh yeah. Camp and spawn points.
This is such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Hacks. Cheats.
Health that touches upon subject like matchmaking,
Dickheads.
connectivity, all those aspects
DDoS
are absolutely
attacks.
critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community, and together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Look at this.
Never really got into the events too much.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
Now 60 million players strong, we're just getting started.
Amber.
From the devs that build the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
Yeah, I checked out the event with the sledgehammer there.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update.
Yeah, Siege has come a long ways. It's gotten pretty damn good.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Yeah, I tried it. Didn't really. I don't know. It's all right. It's got a long ways to go though before it becomes a decent title. Yeah, if only Time to Kill was that quick and easy.
A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are.
Really?
10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything. They gave everyone a way out.
Oh no, it's supposed to be Skelltech, remember?
In the hyperscape,
Ready Player One.
the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
Battle Royale. Problem is, you can't find a gun. Like, I played 3 rounds, I couldn't find a fucking weapon anywhere, and when I finally did, it took me like 30 shots just to drop one person, just get their health bar down to.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt.
The Coob.
Users disappearing from the real world.
Die in the game, you die in real life.
A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it.
They're trying to add story to a Battle Royale.
Some of us are searching for
Smart.
a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether.
To create chaos.
That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
The future. We'll see.
I'm JC, creative director on Hyperscape.
We'll see.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
Oh.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch, seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Formerly
Hello,
Prince of
contender.
Persia.
Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes
Guess
place
we
in
ain't seen a Prince of Persia game anytime soon.
where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia.
Fucking samurai sword, kind of cool.
Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield. So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys.
My brain started like listening to his accent and it's like, I wonder how you would emulate that. And I'm just like, nope, nope, not doing it, not doing it.
Be able to interact with the game
Not
on
doing
different
that.
levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening. So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
So that was just, okay, that was just a beta. I tried it. I wasn't sure because all you had to do was just watch a little bit of live streams and you had access to it. So I wasn't sure exactly what they were considering it to be.
Showtime.
I thought it was basically just like a demo more or less than beta, but if they're going to be adding a lot more newer stuff into it, then okay. They still they got some fine tuning to do to it.
Watch closely. Here we go.
A lot of bouncy, bouncy going on. Bouncing all over the damn place. You know, it just it feels kind of like a FPS version of Far Cry, Crackdown. in a way.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Anna Maria Muska is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Anna Maria Muska. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand.
There's an
what their
Easter egg
motivations are
on
and
that
what
monitor
drives
back
them,
there.
what challenges them.
There has to be.
This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see it in people's hands.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone.
Oh, Philly.
Spencer from Xbox. With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series
He recorded
X,
this
you'll
the
get to
same
take
day that he
advantage of the
recorded
amazing work
the
the team has
Devolver
done with
Digital one.
DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London
Oh, yeah.
like you've never seen before.
And the PC and the PlayStation can both do
Ubisoft
it
has a
also.
unique ability to create immersive
Except for the
worlds,
PC is going to have a hard
setting
lock
new
on a
bar
better
that
frame rate.
continues to drive our industry forward.
And you'll probably be able to mod
I'm a
it
huge
pretty quickly.
fan of Assassin's Creed.
Same
I
here.
love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
Gameplay trailer.
All right, we know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep
Give
dive
me
into
now.
the world of Vikings.
Give me now.
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
I like it.
So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring.
Yes, it's cool, but let us see the damn gameplay. Full on gameplay.
Mindless barbarians.
You show us
Vikings were
full on
actually
gameplay right
farmers
now.
Trying to find new lands for them to settle.
I've seen
And
this.
so they
I've
have
heard
really
this speech.
human
Let's go.
motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind
I'm
of
not pre-ordering
separate
this
ourselves
game
from the
or getting
myths
hyped for it
and
until
the
you show me
folklore
actual
is really
full-on
something that
gameplay.
drove us to make this
Show me
game.
the combat system.
The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings
Yeah.
did to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And
They
this
also
is
smelled it
exactly
too.
the feeling
All the
we
sheep
want
shit.
players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, you know. It is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to
Really?
leave Norway to settle in England.
So,
because
Odyssey all
you
over
just
again.
can't live
Okay.
in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure.
Well,
no resources
that's good
available.
though, because I didn't like the male character on Odyssey, so I switched over
Obviously,
to
in
the female
England,
character.
it's
She
full of
was cool.
Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system.
Revamp the
to
fight.
Leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat.
Back to cinematic
Vikings were
fight
not
system.
only fighting face to face. They were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings.
Holy shit, did they actually listen? Okay, let's see the combat though. This is cinematic shit.
Very happy to finally be able to show you the game we're all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive
There we go.
into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Let's see the gameplay. Rolling up the sleeves. All right, let's see it. Let's see the actual full-on gameplay.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles.
See, I don't mind the ocean stuff.
Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal: to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
Can we customize a face paint?
It is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties.
Cool.
A land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
So that's exactly what they said that the Vikings didn't do, was just rage and pillage everything. Okay.
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you collect may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful
This is
services,
cool.
better tools, and new settlers.
This is cool right here.
At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game. Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand.
Oh, fuck.
Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with the Viking harpoon. Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them.
It's arcadey bullshit. I can see it right there. It's arcadey horseshit.
You will wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks. Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior.
Nope.
All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield, including 2 shields.
This looks terrible. This seriously looks terrible. This looks stupid as fuck.
In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt.
Wow. They brought one thing back from the old days.
You may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention.
One fucking thing.
Bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds and slip past watchful eyes.
This is kind of cool.
Hunter among the people. From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure. Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify your equipment.
Look at the size of that. Well, come on.
Search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
This is not what the Assassin's Creed fans want. This is not what we want. Not the majority of us. This looks like the same horseshit as what Odyssey was. It's just a different skin.
Against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today we will reclaim her. Today we fight for your land. And tomorrow we rebuild.
So where's the Brotherhood come in?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport
What makes this Assassin's Creed at all?
Inspired by Norse myths
Oh fuck
and
me,
England's
that's
pagan
just...
roots. It will challenge and surprise. With unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs.
Oh, this hurts.
And tragic losses.
Oh no.
To live your own Viking
Nope,
saga.
they fucked it up. They fucked this up so bad.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One.
In all honesty, I don't even know if I care to play it. Because Odyssey just didn't do anything.
CEO Yves Guillemot is here to share a few words.
Let's see.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today and that you will love playing these games. I am proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come.
Wait, Splinter Cell.
So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Oh, Far Cry. Far Cry 6. I'm gonna try and enjoy this. It's just Assassin's Creed, just totally. Hopefully this is cool. Fuck, man. Assassin's Creed Valhalla sucks ass. Drug Empire? Haven't seen that in a while. We're going to Colombia or some shit anyway. Looks like it. Oh yeah, we are. Down to Colombia. This is the most cinematic I've ever seen a Far Cry game look. If it wasn't leaked, I wouldn't even know what the hell it was. Well, of course it got leaked. So all the mystery got taken out of it. So I'm kind of wondering who's the kid and like what's his connection to El Presidente over there and everything. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. Oh. Oh, we're not done. Holy shit.
It's beautiful. Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me.
And don't let go.
Now. I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong. They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. You understand now? Prove it.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
I'm very surprised.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post show. My name is Yusuf McGee, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to take a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Bergeron, otherwise known as Fizz. I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
So Fizz, we're setting up here for what looks like an epic encounter. Tell us exactly what's going on.
It's just the gameplay of it.
The quest that we're showing.
One of the most important parts.
Here we're looking at the assault of Berg Castle. So these are big moments that usually sort of culminate at the end of the story. And so here Eivor, or Viking Raider, is taking a group of raiders and Furs into Berg Castle to go and take down Rued and his clan.
So who exactly is Rued, and why does
Smack,
Eivor
smack, smack, smack. They go flying backwards. Smack them again. You finally get a kill. It's like, fuck, man.
At the beginning of the arc, this is something that happens before. Rued basically caused a lot of turmoil within the territory, and Oswald, who's the sort of elderman to inherit this territory, needs your help to take him down. Oswald having just been defeated in a previous quest, and so here this is revenge, but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
So Fizz, as you're talking, we're seeing some of the combat of Valhalla.
Yeah, it
Can you tell us a little
sucks
bit about
ass.
changes to combat this time around?
We wanted to basically add a lot of new mechanics to it. So we added like some dual wielding for the player, like a stun system in there. And we really needed to do this to sort of portray that sort of the brutality that comes with being a Viking in this day and age. So it sort of fits into that the time and the character.
You know what this looks like is kind of like Mortal Kombat, the way that they do cartoon violence in Mortal Kombat.
He lives. Oswald lives!
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Here, Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Rued has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? Two Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? This swine is your prize. Come and get him.
So now that we've seen that Oswald is alive, we have Rued within our sights. What's the next step here?
So the next move for Eivor is to finally face off against Rued. She has her allies. They can take care of the rest of the army. Now it's time to go one-on-one against Rued in one of our boss battles, actually.
Your battle is not yet won, Oswald.
And it's worth pointing out, actually, that here what we're showing is the player going and facing off against Rued aggressively, but we tend to always have to support a 360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
Here, one of my preferred strategies is to eliminate the wolf first, just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now, Rued will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
For all your efforts, only the cold dark of
They go fucking flying across the fucking. Come on. That's not.
Why doesn't they should be roomed, Wolf-kissed?
That's not. No.
Treated as equals.
Nope.
We are better than this. Than all of them.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in.
What does this have to do with the Brotherhood? What makes this Assassin's Creed at all?
You throw in with these wastrels? These arrogant swine?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
All right, so we've defeated Rued, we've freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald, in this case, prefers for Rued to be kept alive, and so you basically have to choose: are you going to go against his wishes or stay true to your nature?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big, grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Right, so when coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking.
It's like I want to I want to get into all this stuff, but that combat system is just mind-numbing.
Some of the ingredients or of the
It's just the ass opposite of what Assassin's Creed is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a cinematic, grounded, like
preferred, which is the men and the women of the
Rude,
territory
somewhat in
come up and fight
realism.
in the name of a king. So here, Eivor is going
I just saw
around
somebody
and
get
trying to
kicked
convince people
across
to
the
fight in the name of
fucking
Oswald
map.
to finally take down the oppressor that is Rued.
Defending East Anglia, defending you. Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Again, why do I give a fuck?
The men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause, but first we sort of need to do him a favor. Is that right?
Yeah, so obviously these people have been run down by Rued
Oof.
and the impact he's had on the territory. So I think a lot of these people.
What does he have to do with the Brotherhood?
And so
Is
you
there a
need to show them
Brotherhood?
that there is hope. And so here, Eivor is basically helping them take back.
Is
one
there
of their
even a creed?
locations by taking a couple men and
Is
raiding a
does this
nearby,
have anything to do
township, basically
with
taking it back
10
from
years
and showing
of
that
fucking
there's
storytelling
a reason to continue
that was
fighting
made
and then get them
before
on your side.
in a whole series from Altair to Ezio to even Connor and the Hathaways and all that shit? What was it, Edward or whatever, right? It's
when Eivor does this, obviously you have access to a full suite of abilities. So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some brutal axe throwing in there.
That's
You have
not brutal,
archery
that's
or,
just-
like, a
it's
ranged combat
arcadey
abilities in there
bullshit.
as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle is, you can customize your loadout and go in there how you wish.
dude's on fire, just takes the hit to the face and it feels like you have no impact in this game at all, just like Odyssey.
We just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the Eagle Vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition.
Did
How she
absolutely
perceives the world.
nothing.
When
You
Blair
just
uses
hit him
that,
with a-
you can, it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will
Between
bring her
having to
advantage.
just
So
to
we'll have
beat the living
arrows,
snot,
like
just smack,
health
smack, smack, smack,
consumables
smack,
are in
there's
there.
slap, slap,
So
slap.
it
It's not
really is
even a
like
smack, it's a
good
slap.
way of sort
You're
of
just slapping him upside the head with a sword that
understanding
looks
the
like it's made out of
things
fucking
that you can
wood.
go and touch.
Like the impact of it just looks like you're just smacking somebody upside the head with a fucking
Yeah, I mean,
fish or
speaking of
something.
things
Just
we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where we have fewer weapons in the game, but you can invest in them more, so they become your weapon. And so depending on what
This
your
is trash.
preferred playstyle is, or your preferred weapon type,
This
then
is
you can
fucking
go and choose,
trash.
I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I never
It
thought
unlocks skills for
I'd be
players. So here
pissed
you can
off with an
see the
Assassin's
Valkyrie
Creed
die that
game.
has just been
I
unlocked.
never
You have
thought.
these
This has been
spread
one of
out
my
throughout the world
all-time
again to
favorite
promote
fucking series.
exploration and discovery. As
And
you
this just
travel
looks
through the world
stupid.
and you explore locations, you can
This
find these
hurts.
books that will add abilities that you can go
This actually
and
hurts.
invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
I got so many memories,
this
so
village,
many
secured more troops
adventures
for our assault. Let's jump back
that I remember
now
going through and
figure out
everything.
what we
Just
wanna do with Ruid.
so many great times. This fucking hurts.
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Fuck, man.
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Eivor decided to let him live. Ruud is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla. So he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play.
Don't know
later
who
on
he
in the game,
is.
so
Don't
have
give a
very
shit
difficult
really who
decisions
he
for the
is
player to make
because
if they
there's
wanna
no
have
connection
easy,
to what I know of the backstory
Yeah,
of
you know,
what the
when I was
fuck the
playing,
creed
I
is supposed to be
decided
all
listen
about.
to Oswald and spare Ruid's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
All this is
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously
Again, if this wasn't Assassin's Creed, it'd be a lot better, I guess.
So here in
Even though that combat is still
Oswald
fucking
is
rough.
the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory. So earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Rued are sort of put to light, and going through the arc, you basically help him deal with Rued and aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one.
Like literally, we have how many? Seriously though, I'm just how many goddamn years? How many times have we seen in the modern day world of Assassin's Creed before somebody jumps into an Animus? Fucking Desmond, and then you go into the first person camera view of everything, and you're hearing all about the Assassin's Brotherhood that is there in the modern day, and then all of a sudden it just goes poof, and in the history of the Animus and everything, it has just disappeared. How the fuck does that make sense? How? I can't. What? Who the fuck is making these decisions? I mean, that's just scratching the surface of it. Of like, there's like no impact to the combat in this, which is the same fucking problem that Odyssey had, which is the same thing what everybody's been complaining about. The majority, I can't say everyone, because there is a bunch of people that had they've never even tried an Assassin's Creed game before, and then they're like, oh, Origins and Odyssey, greatest games ever. And then you have all of us old school Assassin's Creed fans that are like, you know what? The old days are better. And it's not even that nostalgia, it's just the game felt like it had more impact when you hit somebody with a sword that staggered them, it hurt them. There was a good chance you go into a cinematic, just sling, slap, bam. It's gone. It's like the whole thing of learning how to sword fight. I wanted to learn how to axe fight in this. Not doing all that bullshit. No, I wanted to actually have some impact. I grab an axe, I smack them upside the head, and it sticks in their head, and then I was like, and you pull it out, and then they drop off in that one hit, or you're swinging this giant axe so hard that it just cleanly takes their head off or something, like the Viking way of being hardcore asshole murderer, in battle, but then building up a community and watching that community thrive, which is there. That part is there. It's just the gameplay of what you're actually doing, meat and potatoes of it, of what you're actually doing. And then the story kicks in, where it's like, why do I care about? It's just like Odyssey. It's like, oh, a father, the guy who, whatever the fuck his name is, the one that fucking leads the battle of the 300 soldiers and everything. What does the battle of 300 even have to do with the Brotherhood, the Creed, the Assassin's Creed? What does it have to do? And then they just showed fucking God of War bullshit in there once again. Like, that's not Assassin's Creed. That's just not. Take the damn Assassin's Creed name off this fucking thing. At this point, it's literally only Assassin's Creed is only just there as the cash grab for it. That's all the name is. That's all the title is for this. Oh boy. This has been a series. I mean, I've gone down for midnight pickups for this series before. I can't say that for very many games. And I've had bonding moments with family over this series, and just I didn't have to take a history test because of this series, because it was so on point and so good that I had actually lived it vicariously through the game, through Italy and Rome and all that. And then this shit. And then you're gonna throw this shit in our face? I have more interest in Watch Dogs Legion and fucking Far Cry 6 at this point than this bullshit, which is, that's both surprising and it hurts at the same time. Like, fuck, man. That's I don't know if I can watch anymore. I think I'm done looking at this. All right. I think I'm good. I'm done. I'm just gonna call the stream there, and yeah, I don't know. I'll have more stuff up on YouTube very soon, playthroughs and such. Wow. Oh, let me double check and see. Did I ever get the for watching this shit? Did it ever pop on here of Twitch Prime drop things or whatever? Oh god, do you have to watch the whole show through just to get the code or something? How does it work? How does it work? Hold on. Let me double check. I'm pretty much done. This just looks dumb. I mean, I'll play it on the PC. I don't think I'm gonna stream this. I really don't. I tried streaming Odyssey. It was so fucking mind-numbingly just boring. On the fact that it was not. It just wasn't captivating. There was nothing to do with what I know that Assassin's Creed can be, and it hurt. Like I said, that hurts. You're taking the whole reason for the series, and you're just throwing it away. I think Unity was probably the last really solid like Assassin's Creed story based, like story wise Assassin's Creed. An assassin and the the son of an assassin, the daughter of a Templar, and they're trying to, they're best friends, and they're trying to be in a relationship between the war of those two. That's actually a pretty good story. It's like, oh shit, that's actually kind of cool. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, So we're supposed to get Watch Dogs 2 for free on the PC. Is it like free right now or something? Or fuck, man, that just.
And so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit, who she is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can role play that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
Large walkers should do. Provide for small walkers.
Here, large walker.
A necklace?
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal. You're welcome here anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us, okay?
I will. Take care now, small green walkers.
So I think AC veterans might recognize this here, but what exactly is Eivor chasing down?
Yeah, so here you're seeing Eivor running down one of our tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run abilities. but also for fans of the series, sort of pulling at their heartstrings for some beloved features.
So are we going to be able to tattoo Eivor?
Yes, by collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos everywhere. So again, another form of expression, and it's sort of to represent that Viking culture.
Fizz, one of my favorite things when I was just out there exploring East Anglia was coming upon a house or a building and realizing that there was a chest inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this case, I saw all the doors were barred, but I knew that because there was a chest in there must have been some way to get inside. So I went around the back and, found a way in.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually caught on to that. You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a lot on Valhalla, where we wanted the exploration to make you feel smarter. So we played a lot with puzzle solving, so making sure that every house that you find sort of appeals to you, like it draws your attention, and then when you want to come and explore, it's not given to you. You still have to work for it a little bit, so it'll challenge you on your observation skills, logic, just trying to find how do I get into this. So we play a lot with level design, quest design to offer challenges to players, and you basically come out of it like with a better feeling for the exploration, but you also get to see more of a story behind any of these locations which we've crafted. So it gave us a little bit more time to sort of slow down the experience and tell a different version of a story.
A poor victim of someone's fury.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about exploration and just finding things out in the world, I was just wandering and came across this clearing and found this kind of morbid altar.
Yeah, so this is one of our bigger events that we have scattered in the world. So as Eivor explores, she can find altars like this, and by interacting with them, here it's a trap that's been set by this character named Regan. Now, there's a bigger story behind all this. There's multiple steps to it later on. So this is one of the moments. It permits us to go into a slightly more mystical realm and play with a boss fight that has more magical abilities, if we will, and basically have this awesome boss fight in the middle of the swamps. And so here the abilities that you see Regan using are a little bit on the mystical side of things. What's happening is Eivor at the beginning in that trap is poisoned, and so she starts sort of hallucinating, seeing the world in a sort of different light and filter. And so that's sort of what lets us go into the realm of the weird.
My rage, spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
So we just saw here that Regan belongs to something called the Daughters of Lyria.
Yeah, that's correct. By finding the other daughters, you'll get a little bit more backstory on who they are, so we don't want to spoil that too much.
This is just God of War's Valkyrie Bells. That's all it is.
On the main path in any way, but it's still very rich and adds to the lore of this world and actually plays into history.
So we just had a really exciting, really intense boss battle.
Oh yeah.
I think it's time for something a little bit more relaxing and calming now.
Yeah, it's all about pacing yourself with the highs and the lows. So here we have a low chill moment of what we call building a cairn. So Eivor, as she explores the world, will find these sort of meditative areas where you have a pile of rocks that you could just stack on one another.
Take a shit right in the middle of them.
And I mean, yeah, the ultimate goal is to try and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's about taking in the sights, relaxing, taking a step back, and just building something.
Together we stack stones into cairns.
These?
Yes. Think of this as a test of mind and wit. Stack the cairn stones high and wide into any shape you want.
I mean, you can spend as much time as you want.
Oh
with
yeah,
these things,
watch the
making as
physics
high as you
engine
want,
just
as
shit the
weird as
bed
you
every
want.
time.
I'm sure like a lot of these stuff will
Oh
like people
man,
comparing structures. And the cool thing is that once you've built it and you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there, and so that's yours, right? And until the moment where you come back and you want to build a new one, it's sort of cool that we were able to give that to players to express themselves.
At this point in the demo, we've explored East Anglia, we've met some children, we've broken into a house, we fought a boss, we built a cairn. I think now it's finally time to go and head off to Oswald's wedding.
Yeah, so this is the moment it's all been building up to. By the moment you get into the territory, it's sort of like mentioned by Oswald that he's trying to get married with his Dane lady. And so as you go through the arc, that's sort of like the underlying thread. Really, it's about Rued creating turmoil in the territory and helping Oswald sort of get above that and show that he's a good leader. And so you finally, after going through all of that arc, finally get these two together, go through their wedding, and you're invited to attend the ceremony. And then all the activities and fun times that comes afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we've seen the brutal side of England, it's nice to see the joyous side of it as well.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on in Valhalla, where being a Viking is not only about being a raider or a warrior. I mean, there's revelry, there's feasting, there's partying that goes, and like if someone knows how to party, it's a Viking. And so here, this is one of our opportunities to sort of show what a sort of Viking gathering is. And what's cool here is it's a good alliance of Norse culture with Saxon culture, sort of smashing those two things together and building bridges.
Yeah, I mean, what's a wedding without some drunk archery, right?
Yeah, so like, anything can happen in a Viking event, right? Eivor, yeah, here, just get drunk, shoot some arrows.
Barely a challenge.
Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
My king.
So here we see the decision I made to spare Rued came back to bite us.
Yep, that's the decision you made coming back. So as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences, and this is a big one.
It's a big one, all right.
I challenge you.
I accept.
You're basically presented with the option to sort of step in for Oswald, fight the fight for him, or let him go and fight his own fight.
Yeah, personally, I chose to fight myself because I thought Eivor is the type of person who likes to finish what she started.
Plank by plank, and a dead king cannot keep his oaths. Let me finish this.
Oswald, you gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue.
How does this encounter with Rued differ from our previous fight with him?
So at this point, you've eliminated his wolf, so it's just him. And so he's angry at this point, and so he will start using his big gun abilities like fairly earlier on in the fight. So it's way more vicious, way faster. There's less strategy. He goes literally swords blazing at you. And so this is a fight to the death. And of course here, like, this is a decision you made to go and fight him, but there's multiple outcomes to this scenario. You could have let Oswald fight his own fight and prove basically his station as the rightful leader. If you had eliminated Rued, obviously this would not have happened. It would have been a slightly more joyous occasion. But ultimately, in all scenarios, you still have an alliance with Oswald. He's proven to be the right leader for this territory and to be a good ally for you.
Anglia a great service. I promised you an alliance, and now you have it.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance.
So we're about to take off from the wedding,
but Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her friend Finner.
Yeah, so Finner is probably one of the more
Okay,
recurring
nothing.
characters in
Literally,
this
I'm
arc.
listening to it in my headphones. I'm like,
Sort of used to have a Viking life, sort of misses it,
I don't know.
going through
This is boring.
all these adventures
It's got nothing to do with anything I know that is actual Assassin's Creed. So I think I am going to call it there. Yeah. I'm done. Watch Dogs Legions, Far Cry 6. That's the two best things on this stream. I thought maybe Assassin's Creed Valhalla would be something pretty cool. Oh, boy. That just hurts. So, definitely Watchdog Legion. That'll be a pre-order day one launch night stream. Far Cry 6, same deal with that. I'm really interested to see what the hell that whole thing is going to be in Colombia and everything. Yeah, that was but fucking Assassin's Creed, same shit as Odyssey. That's just piss poor. That's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. And Hyperscape definitely needs way more work. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have more stuff up on the Warwolf YouTube channel very soon. I got a Let's Talk I just recorded today. I have a Tonewolf video that is recorded that both of those two need editing, and then I have three videos of gameplay playthroughs that will be up on Warwolf very soon. So all those videos very soon, coming up very soon. I don't want to say when because I might end up passing out after the stream. I am kind of tired right now, but we'll see. But yeah. Outside of that, I think that's gonna do it. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see ya next time. Hopefully the next Ubisoft press conference we'll see Splinter Cell. This is just not working. Oh, there it goes. Okay.